Drafting the basic trouser block. Once you've taken your measurements, it's time to begin drafting the pattern.
I've created an automated spreadsheet where all necessary calculations are pre-programmed. Each formula is visible in a dedicated column, so if you'd prefer to calculate manually, the math is at your fingertips. With experience, you'll learn how to manipulate these values to accommodate individual body types.
For now, since you're a beginner, I highly recommend using the sample measurements I provide.
By following along with my calculations, you'll understand the core principles of the draft.
Once you've practiced, enter your own measurements and repeat the drafting process to create a block that fits your body. Materials needed: 2 large sheets of paper, approximately 130 centimeters by 50 centimeters, about 51 inches by 20 inches, 1 sheet for the front leg and 1 for the back,
a well-sharpened pencil, an eraser, a thin marker to outline the final front block draft,
a long ruler,
a set square, optional French curves or pattern-making rulers. Sample measurements for drafting: waist circumference, 72 centimeters, approximately 28.3 inches.
Hip circumference, 101 centimeters, approximately 39.8 inches.
Seated height, also called crotch depth, 29 centimeters, approximately 11.4 inches. Side length, also called outseam, 108 centimeters, approximately 42.5 inches.
Hem width, 40 centimeters, approximately 15.75 inches.
Additional measurements: waist ease, front, 0.3 centimeters, approximately 1/8 of an inch. Waist ease, back, 0.3 centimeters, approximately 1/8 of an inch.
Front dart depth, 2 centimeters, approximately 3/4 of an inch. Back dart depth, 4 centimeters, approximately 1.6 inches. Front dart length, 9.5 centimeters, approximately 3.75 inches. Back dart length, 14 centimeters, approximately 5.5 inches.
Ease is added to the waist measurement, not the hips. In a basic block, hip ease is minimal. More ease at the hips is introduced later during style and fit adaptations. Dart depth will vary by body shape, which we'll discuss in later lessons. For now, use these standard values. Drafting the front leg. Step 1. Take your sheet of paper. Along one long edge, draw a straight vertical line 5 centimeters, approximately 2 inches, from the edge. Starting from the upper right, place point 1 about 5 centimeters in from the top edge. From point 1, measure 108 centimeters downward, approximately 42.5 inches. And mark this as point 5. This is the full trouser length. Step 2. From point 1, measure 1 centimeter downward, approximately 3/8 of an inch, and mark this as point 2. Step 3. From point 1, measure 29 centimeters downward, approximately 11.4 inches. This is the seated height. Mark point 3.
Step 4. Now mark the knee line. From point 1, measure down 60.6 centimeters, approximately 23.9 inches.
This is calculated as seated height plus stride length divided by 2 minus stride length divided by 10. Mark this as point 4. Step 5. To find the hip line, measure upward from point 3 by 8.1 centimeters, approximately 3.2 inches, and mark this as point 7. This value comes from the formula: 0.1 multiplied by 1/2 of the hip circumference plus 3. Step 6. For classic trousers, we reduce hem height by 4 centimeters, approximately 1.6 inches. From point 5, measure 4 centimeters to the right and mark this as point 6. Note, in the spreadsheet, pink cells will show recommendations for alternate values, especially useful for unusual body types or non-standard silhouettes. For now, skip these options. We'll revisit them later. Step 7. Draw perpendicular horizontal guidelines through points 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Point 7 is the hip line. Point 3 is the seat line. Point 4 is the knee line. Point 6 is the hem line. Step 8. To define the width of the front leg, from point 7, measure outward along the horizontal line 1/4 of the hip circumference. That equals 25.3 centimeters, approximately 10 inches. Mark this as point 8. Step 9. Draw a vertical line downward perpendicular to the horizontal from point 8. Step 10. Where this new vertical line intersects the seat line from point 3, mark it as point 9. Step 11. Front crotch width. Extend the line from point 3 to point 9. Starting from point 9, measure 1/16 of the hip circumference. In our case, that's 6.3 centimeters, approximately 2½ inches. Mark this new point as point 17. Step 12. The intersection of the horizontal line from point 8 and the vertical line from point 2 is point 10. Step 13. Find the midpoint of the segment from point 17 to point 3. From point 3 upward, or from point 17 downward, measure 15.8 centimeters, approximately 6¼ inches. Mark this point as point 11. Step 14. From point 6, measure upward along the perpendicular the same value as from point 11 to point 3. That is 15.8 centimeters. Again, approximately 6¼ inches. Mark this new point as point 12. Step 15. Grain line. Draw a straight line through points 11 and 12. Extend it both directions to intersect all the perpendiculars. Step 16. Where the hip line, from point 7 to point 8, intersects the grain line from point 11 to point 12, mark this intersection as point 11A. Step 17. Mark point 13 at the intersection of the grain line with the line from point 4, the knee line. Mark point 14 where the grain line intersects the line from point 2, the waistline. Step 18. Front hem width. Use the formula 1/4 of the hem width minus 0.5 centimeters. So 1/4 of 40 centimeters equals 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters minus 0.5 equals 9.5 centimeters, approximately 3¾ inches. From point 12, mark 9.5 centimeters to the left and 9.5 centimeters to the right. These are points 15 and 16. Step 19. From points 15 and 16, draw horizontal lines outward, each 6 centimeters long, approximately 2 3/8 inches. Mark the endpoints as points 15A and 16A. Note, widening the hem in this area complicates hemming. Anticipating the finishing technique, we straighten the hemline. Step 20. From point 13, measure 12 centimeters upward and 12 centimeters downward. This value comes from the formula 1/4 of the hem width plus 2.5 centimeters. So, 10 centimeters plus 2.5 equals 12.5, which we round to 12 centimeters. Mark these as points 18 and 19. Step 21. Bowline location. From point 10, measure 1.2 centimeters downward, approximately 1/2 inch. Mark this as point 20. Step 22. Connect points 20 and 8 with a straight line. This is the bow line. Step 23. draw a perpendicular line downward from point 1. Step 24.
Extend the line from point 8 to point 20 rightward until it intersects the perpendicular from point 1. Mark the intersection as point A. Step 25. Take half of the segment from point 9 to point 17. That is, 6.3 centimeters divided by 2 equals 3.2 centimeters, approximately 1 1/4 inches.
From point 9, measure that value rightward along the line from point 9 to point 8.
Mark this as point 9A.
Step 26.
Connect points 17 and 9A with a straight line. This is a construction guide. Step 27.
From point 9, draw the angle bisector of the corner formed by the lines from point 17 to point 9 and from point 9 to point 8. This is a 45-degree line.
Step 28. Where the bisector intersects the line from point 17 to point 9A, mark this intersection as point 9B.
Step 29. Using a curved ruler, draw the front crotch curve.
It should pass through points 8, 9B, and 17. Step 30. From point 20, draw a straight horizontal line to the right.
Mark point 21 at a distance equal to 1/4 of the waist circumference plus 2 centimeters for dart intake plus 0.3 centimeters for ease. That is, 18 centimeters plus 2 centimeters plus 0.3 equals 20.3 centimeters, approximately 8 inches.
Step 31.
Find point B along the line from point 20 to point A, or along its extension, so that the angle between points 20, B, and 21 is 90 degrees.
Step 32.
Where the line from point B to point 21 intersects the line from point 11 to point 14, mark that intersection as point C. Step 33. From point 21, draw a perpendicular line to the right.
Where this line intersects the vertical from point 1, mark that intersection as point 22. Step 34. To find the dart location, have the segment from point C to point 22 and mark the midpoint as point D. Step 35. From point D, draw a perpendicular line upward. Step 36. From point D, measure upward 9.5 centimeters. That's approximately 3 3/4 inches. Mark this new point as point G. This is the dart length.
Step 37.
From point G, drop 0.5 centimeters, approximately 3/16 of an inch. This new point is the dart apex.
Step 38.
From point D, along the line from point C to point 22, measure 1 centimeter to either side. That's half of the 2 centimeter dart intake. Mark these as points E and F.
Step 39.
Draw the dart legs by connecting points E and F to the dart apex.
Step 40. Connect points 7 and 22 with a straight line. Find the midpoint of that segment and raise it by 0.5 centimeters. This creates a gentle curve for the side seam. Draw a smooth line from point 7 through the raised midpoint to point 22.
Step 41. Connect points 7 and 18 with a straight line. Mark point 3. A at the intersection with the seat line. This is the horizontal line from point 3. Step 42. Have the segment from point 3 to point 3A. Mark the midpoint as point H.
Step 43.
Connect point 18 to point 15A and point 19 to point 16A using straight lines. Important! Below the knee, pant legs must be strictly straight, regardless of style or width. To ensure a smooth transition, extend the curved lines slightly past the knee before continuing straight down.
Step 44. Draw a smooth side seam curve from point 18 through point H to point 7. Step 45. Now shape the upper part of the front crotch seam by drawing a smooth curved line from point 19 to point 17, as shown in the draft. Step 46. Shape the waistline using a curved ruler, connecting points B, C, and 22.
To ensure a clean connection with the back leg along the side seam, the waistline at point 22 must meet the side seam at a right angle. If it's difficult to achieve now, don't worry. You can fine-tune this junction once both the front and back pieces are drafted. Also, mark the hip line on the pattern with extra notches. Congratulations! The front trouser draft is now complete. You may trace the contour of the front pattern piece with a colored marker.